video starts, go down to the comments. What do you think my setup is? What is your preferred setup, favorite sounding exhaust for your truck? What are you running? And all that type of stuff. We're going to be talking about what, in my opinion, is the best cheap 5.7 Ram 1500 exhaust setup. Now, my issue with all the exhaust setups now that I've heard in person and driven myself, even if they're a high-profile company, Borla, Caravan, all that stuff, my problem with them is that they sound maybe not tinny, but they're kind of hollow sounding to me. They just don't sound very full. They kind of have like a weird trumpet type sound to them, which is unavoidable, but I feel like those accentuate that sound. As far as what you're gonna have to deal with, everyone's worried about drone and stuff when you hack off your muffler. I haven't had any problem with that other than when I'm going 75, 80 on a highway or something. That's kind of it. Just driving through town, once you get up to your cruising speed and you drop down to a few hundred RPMs, it's quiet. The most you'll hear is maybe the sound of your tires, which I would say more so driving around town, you're going to hear the sound of your tires more than you are your actual exhaust, as long as you're just cruising. So as far as the sound of it goes, you can kind of hear it right now, and I will include clips from the outside and just driving around inside clips without me talking. The reason I would go with a muffler delete as opposed to a high performance muffler is just the volume of it. One thing to note with just hacking off your muffler, and it will kind of sound like a dump truck when you're rolling around town. The easiest way to avoid the whole drone and sound of the dump truck type sound on your low end is pretty easy. You throw your tailpipes back on and you run a full length system. The dump truck sound doesn't happen. It's got a lot more tone to it through the RPM range, but again, putting the tailpipes on is gonna give you that kind of tinny, trumpety sound when you get really high in the RPM range, as opposed to kind of like that race car sound. If you don't want the dump truck sound but you still want to be loud, just do a muffler delete and then put the tailpipes back on and your problem solved. If you want the most sound with the best sound when you're wide open and all that type of stuff, then take off the muffler, don't put anything else back on. So when I do get done driving, I will take the camera underneath, show you what my personal system looks like. I'll also include the clips that I have where it's showing off the sound of the truck. Anyway, I'll put those clips in right now. Let me know what you think. What's your personal favorite exhaust? All that stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Apologize for the wind noise. Don't know how well you can see it, but that's the pipe from the muffler delete. And just cuts off there. Tailpipes aren't back there.